Okay, now we need to learn how to write the equations of parabolas in standard form. Again, when they're given to us in this messy form that we don't really care for. Okay, so first thing is, no one likes this negative 1/4. And we really need the number in front of the variable that doesn't have a squared. So what we're going to do is we're going to take this whole equation, we're going to multiply it by -4. Why did I pick -4? Because when I do -4 times -1/4, those are going to cancel each other out to give me a +1. Let me go over here and show it to you. -4 times -1/4. To multiply fractions, you go straight across the top. -4 times -1, +4. Straight across the bottom, there's a 1 underneath there that we don't see. 1 times 4 is 4. 4 over 4, +1. Right? Okay, so we're going to multiply the whole equation by that though. So now we have -4y equals 1x squared minus 12x minus 24. I just multiplied this -4 times each one of these. Okay, so now we're going to do two things here. We're going to get this 24 over here out of the way. So we're going to move that -24 over, but it's going to become +24 because we have to add it to get it to the other side of the equation. Then we have x squared minus 12x, and we have that blank there that we need to complete the square, because this is the squared one. So just like with circles and ellipses and hyperbolas, you have to complete the square there. So you have to find the number that goes in the blank. So what goes in the blank? Half of this squared, half of 12 is 6, 6 squared is 36. Whatever we add to that side, we have to add to this side. All right, so we've got -4y plus, ooh, that was ugly, plus 60. And then we're going to go ahead and factor that. So it's going to be x minus 6 squared. But the only thing is, we're used to there being a parenthesis over here. So the way that we're going to get that parenthesis is we're going to pull this -4 out as a GCF. So if I pull that -4 out front so that I'm left with just my regular 1y, which is what I always like, 60 divided by -4 is -15 equals x minus 6 quantity squared. That's what we're used to with a parabola. Because remember, with a parabola, we have something that's not squared. We have something in front of it that we can set up with our little mini p equation. And then over here, we have something squared. Let's go back up to the beginning. How should I have known that this was a parabola from the very beginning? Because there's not a y squared and an x squared. Parabola should be the easiest one to pick out because only one of the letters is squared. So since the y is not squared, we automatically know this is a parabola. Okay, let's do another one of these because parabolas are a little bit more tricky. All right, so our equation is -72 equals 2y squared minus 16y minus 20x. So again, how do I know it's a parabola? I know it's a parabola because I don't have an x squared. I only have a regular x. And what do I want when I have a parabola? I want the one that's not squared over here. So I'm going to move this 20x over here. And when I move it over, I have to add it to get it to the other side of the equation. So I'm going to have positive 20x minus 72 equals 2y squared minus 16y. I always want that squared term to be a +1 so that I can complete the square. So how can we get rid of that 2? We can divide the whole equation by 2, because then 2 divided by 2 will give us 1. But we have to divide each piece by that 2. So what I have now is 10x minus 36 equals y squared minus 8y. I have to complete my square over here, so I have to find my missing number here. So half of negative 8 is negative 4. Negative 4 squared is positive 16. So if I add 16 to that side, I have to add 16 to this side. So clean this up here. I have 10x minus 20. Negative 36 plus 16 is negative 20. Go ahead and factor this guy, y minus 4 squared. And then again, we're used to a parenthesis over here, so we're just going to factor out that 10 so that I have my x minus 2, which is not squared because it's a parabola.